mean, I could come close.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of Coaching, Caffeine, and Comedy, and I'm your host, Hayley Kobza.
And your co-host, Lena.
Okay, so I was listening back a few episodes, Lena, and the one episode with the COVID crew,
Yes.
when they asked me, like, my most embarrassing moment or something from college. Mm-hmm. I promised I would say something.
Okay.
And I thought, because, one, I was a good child. I really was.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then after doing some really deep thinking, and I finally came and I was like, okay, I remember a few. I can't tell those to the public because nobody knows about the stuff that I did.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if I was to tell them
Yeah.
the funny things I did,
Yeah.
people would know that was me.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
It's still
Like,
a secret to some people.
Because like I was a jokester and a prankster.
Oh, gotcha.
So, you know, like if somebody wrote no hunting on somebody's tires with, you know, like
yeah,
that was me.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I can't tell people.
Gotta leave those. Yeah. Can't let that get out
So
of the
I'm
bag.
sorry, girls.
Yeah. Gotta
Maybe
keep
one
those sealed up.
day
Yep.
in person.
Yeah.
So they'll have to come back and visit me.
Okay. Maybe on your tombstone. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creator of these pranks.
Coach Cobes was actually the one that did that.
Yeah. Yep. Got it.
Yeah. Anyways, what else?
Gosh. So, but I have to tell all my stuff. I don't know if that's really quite fair. But I wasn't pranking. I guess no one's
Right,
coming
see, yeah,
after me. So okay, I get where we're going. Okay.
Because when you have like good people like me,
Okay. Sure.
you prank, so nobody ever knows.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Besides me and the other person, people that helped me.
Got it.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay. Deal.
But anyways, okay. I feel like the person that we have in studio with us today is probably judging us right now.
You know, I think he could be a prankster himself.
Oh, I definitely feel like that.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's like a pro at what we're doing.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So we don't have to say get closer to the mic.
No,
we don't have to say because he is one of the first professionals in the recording industry that we've had.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So he's
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe he can give us some tips and advice.
We need it.
Yeah. Okay. So sit back, relax, and let's listen to Seth Baumert. Gosh, that sounds good.
That's so good.
If I played the guitar or whatever that, what is that?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
But I'm sure I could do it with the trombone version.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It could happen.
So we have Seth Baumert here with us. Seth, could you just kind of slightly introduce yourself?
So, Seth Baumert, like you said, work for Coyote Country,
Shout
True
out.
Country, and the Zone 93.9, Hometown Family Radio.
Big time shout out.
Just south of Taco John's. Come by, say hello.
I was like, where's Taco John's?
Right along Main
Oh,
Street.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here in
okay.
McCook.
All right.
Shoot.
Oh,
Man.
Oh my gosh. I never been invited there, so.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay, all right.
Anytime. So, first of all, thanks for having me. I feel honored.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, I'm impressed with your setup. This is pretty cool.
Yes, done by the Keystone
Yes. It's
But-
very nice in here.
in Jesse Stevens.
Yeah,
Yes.
very
Yes.
good. So yeah, it's cool. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Thank you. So I kind of know Seth. We'll just kind of throw this out there before we actually get started. But I know Seth because, he's, what's like your title? What are you?
Sports director.
Sports director,
Music director, on-air guy. I do it all. I do
and
everything.
so with volleyball coaching, he's always like, "Hey, what's your scores?" So
Yep.
I have my like normal people I text. It's Brent Cobb, our SID at the college, Mr. Seth, and Rich Barnett. So
Awesome. Okay.
I always feel. Is it okay if I text you both together? Are you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
like,
that's
competing?
fine.
Are you
That's
guys
fine.
friends?
That's fine. If you
Okay.
forget, I mean, if you forget to text him and just text me, I mean, that's
perfectly
fine.
fine.
Fine by me. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
as long as I get it,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. No, it's all good. It's all
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So we always start off with a little warm up, and this one's way different. Okay. And since you're a pro at speaking on the mic and to the public, we're gonna do. It's gonna be. You're gonna pretend like you are doing a little morning show.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Isn't that fun?
Yes, that's
And you're
nice.
gonna read this script I have. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Oh boy.
It's great. And so you got to make it sound, like in the morning, sometimes like in a morning show, it's like, okay, we're going to listen to the, I don't know.
I don't either, but
Me either.
yeah.
But you know what I'm
but
saying.
he's a professional.
But
so
Yeah.
he knows.
You got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, more middays is kind of my cup of tea,
Oh,
but I mean, I think I can come up with something
Wait,
here.
was that a dig at Lena because she's old?
Well,
Whoa,
no.
whoa.
No, I like sleeping in, you know. I wait till middays to start talking
yeah.
on the radio.
Oh, so you listen to like
Good save.
like when everyone calls in and says what their song they want to play.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, I do all
So what you're gonna read? I'm gonna let you read it. You're gonna look over it. I'll give you like 2 seconds to
Oh.
prepare while Lena and I talk. But so what you're gonna read is something that my brother wrote.
that. Oh boy.
Freaking hilarious. There was actually 101 of these things, but I'm just gonna let you read 10.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna Lena, would you hand that piece of paper over there
Yep.
to him?
Oh.
Okay. You get like 5 minutes to just kind of glance at it.
5 minutes.
And
my
then
goodness.
not 5 minutes,
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yep. There we go.
You can glance at it and then you just kind of like wink at us when you're ready to go and make it entertaining.
Oh
Anyways, do you think he's
boy. You
gonna
and
do
your
this?
ideas, I tell you what.
I know you got to go out of the box.
All right, I'll see what I can. I'll
And
see what I can
remember,
come up with.
she's the one who comes up with these warm-ups. So guess as you come in, I currently have 0 part to do with the warm-ups. And that's by choice. It may not stay that way. She may be forced into it. But
I was gonna
that's
say-
all Kobza.
I think you'd be really good at it.
Yeah, well,
I just
yeah, sure.
like Seth. Do you see Seth's face right now?
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of looking at Seth, he's got a really nice T-shirt that's
He does
supporting
have a
what he
nice-
does.
It is.
Yeah, I
like
gotta be on.
that.
I gotta
and
be on
we
location.
are working
later.
on some merchandise ourselves. I'm sorry, what did you
I
say?
gotta be on location later
Oh,
today, so
Wow.
I'm all dressed up. For
Where?
it.
What
Fancy.
location?
We gotta go out to Bingelman.
Well, make sure you
Wonderful.
shout
It's
out.
their big fair. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'll give it a.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Give it
be
a
like-
little
little,
loving.
yeah, you know,
Yes.
just throw it in there like an
Yeah.
auctioneer.
Yep.
Look
Okay.
at the Coach
Sure.
Coffee and Company.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you.
You feel like you're ready?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go with it.
Rock and roll.
I have to start with number 1.
Well, yeah, but make
Or can
sure
I
you like
skip around?
you gotta like introduce the story and
Okay.
what you're doing. Okay.
So here we go. 101 bits of advice from a nearly professional student, also known as the third child going into college advice. All right, here's number 1. You will eventually need to pick some sort of major. Until you do, take classes that you know you will need for any major. The point here is don't take needless classes unless you would really like the extra coursework. That's number 1.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
That's great.
Yes.
Continue.
Continue on.
You're
All
doing
right.
all the way.
If you can't decide on a major, at least try picking a college. It will help. Number 3. This is a should, a must. If you don't choose a business major, you must take a personal finance class. You will have to know the difference between paying a 22% interest rate and a 6% interest rate.
Yes.
Number 4. Of course, get good grades. Again, you are learning a skill that you will use the rest of your life. You don't want to be mediocre at it. Plus, it's nice not having to pay for your schooling. Number 5. Save the books for the classes you like. You won't get crap if you sell them back anyways. So true.
Truth.
6. Speaking of books, do not sell your books back for $1. This is just plain idiotic, and sometimes they will only offer you $1. Number 7.
True.
Don't be afraid to set extremely high goals. College is a fresh start. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If you want to get the PhD in astrophysics, then go do it. Number 8. If you have any sort of presentation, dress up a little. Number 9. As unfair as it is, better-looking people are listened to more often.
It's so true.
We should be knocking it out of the park right
I
now.
know.
Yes. Love number 9.
Yes.
And number 10, take morning classes. You get the good parking spaces, there's nobody in the gym, and you can go home and nap when everyone else is just getting out of bed. For more advice from a nearly professional student and third child, please tune in next week for more.
That was beautiful.
That was
Thank you.
nice.
Is it like Howard Stern or something that's on the radio? He does like the morning. No.
I
Okay.
have no idea.
Was way back in the day. but-
Yeah, but like Howard Stern, you know? what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. My grandpa owns a radio station, or he's now deceased, but I always used to think my grandpa was Howard Stern, and that was his radio name. I was like 30 when I found out that wasn't him.
After meeting you, I could see that there could be a connection with Howard Stern.
right?
Some of the, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Good.
You warmed up?
Sure.
Great. Is that a nervous rash on your neck?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Jeez, don't call him out.
Sorry, I was just asking. You
I
can
mean,
put that
the
piece of
AC is
paper down.
actually working, so it's not
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah, you should be really happy. Okay, Seth, where were you born and raised?
so I was born in West Point, Nebraska. My family, mom and dad had a little farm out in the country near Howells, Nebraska.
Okay, where are these towns?
Okay. So
I know both of these actually.
What?
Oh, wow.
I do. I have friends in
This,
both.
this has to be like
Yes.
East Nebraska.
Northeast Nebraska.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I forget about
Yes.
that.
So
part
from
of the state.
from McCook, it's about 4.5 hours. So it's a jaunt. But easiest way to explain it: Fremont, Columbus, Norfolk, those towns. It's a little town right in the middle of those surrounding. That's the easiest way to kind of explain it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Fun.
yep. Went to high school in Howells, and I was the last graduating class of just Howells. And then the next following year, they consolidated with Dodge. So a lot of folks kind of know Howells Dodge. They kind of
Oh, right. Okay.
because they're consolidated. So there you go.
Not this gal.
There's your geography for the day.
Wait, so you said Norfolk
Yep. So
or
Norfolk.
Norfolk?
No, it's definitely Norfolk.
I'm
It
the
is
same way.
Not Norfolk.
Yes.
Nope.
Amen. What about you,
How is
Lena?
it said?
Some people say Norfolk
Norfolk.
or Norfolk. or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
definitely Norfolk.
Yes, that's what I
Norfolk.
say
Okay,
too.
that's how
It
I
just
say it.
drives me nuts when I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, kind of crazy. I know where that town is. So then after high school,
So after high school, I went to college in Hastings for 2 years, Central Community College for radio broadcasting. And
is that school still there?
yeah, the school's still there, but the program, I don't think they do it
Okay.
that anymore. I think they kind of changed it more to TV and stuff like that. So did that, and kind of when I was in high school a little bit, I was doing some part-time stuff with the radio station in West Point. And when I got out of college, they weren't hiring at the time, so I just kind of a word of mouth. Hey, the McCook sports director is open. If you want it, you can
So right
go
out of
out there.
college?
Yeah, right out of college.
Oh
Oh
my,
my
gosh.
goodness.
Right out of college. So there's kind of a funny story with that. There was a guy who was in McCook who wanted to go to our home office in Grand Island because that's where he's from. And so he wanted to leave McCook while I was happening to look for a job. And so he hired me to basically take his role. Funny story, Jesse Stevens, who's at the radio station
Okay.
now, tells me to this day if he was the one that was hiring, wouldn't have happened. He would not have
Jesse?
given me the job. To this day, he still admits it 100%. You can ask him about it, and he he would admit that, yep, I would have made a mistake if I would not have hired.
Oh, that's
So-
good. I'm
Oh,
glad he
now
said
he-
mistake.
Okay, that's-
yeah, he absolutely
yeah.
thinks I'm
Bee's
awesome
knees.
at
That's
it.
awesome.
So,
Great.
yeah,
That's
so
cool.
yeah, that's kind of how my journey to McCook came, but
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a weird story on how I got involved into radio. How that all became a deal was there was this contest that, and when I was in high school, that the radio station back home was doing, and all I had to do is write them a letter on why I avoid drugs and alcohol. It was my senior year in high school. Didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I had a couple ideas. Mom and dad were like, "You need to do it." I'm like, "No."
Wait, what was the
ain't
what was the
going."
prize if you like?
So
did
the
this?
prize was you got to go broadcast a basketball game, your high school basketball
It's
game.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
So
Cool.
And how old were you?
senior in high school.
Senior high school.
Yep,
Okay, okay.
yep.
Awesome.
So just trying to kind of figure some things out, and I was, one of those kids who would play video games and be playing football and start announcing it, and mom and dad was like, "You need to shut up. This is annoying." Lo and behold, they were trying to ruin my career here that I was going for. And so they wanted me to write the letter. I was like, "Nope, not happening. Not going to win. Be a waste of time." They're like, "Nope, you're doing it over Christmas break. You're going to do it." Whatever. Ended up doing it. Somehow won the thing. And they called me up and said, "Hey, you won the contest. What game do you want to do?" So I picked out a game, went and did it.
Were you nervous? As
Oh,
we get out?
yeah.
Oh, my
Freaking out.
goodness. Yeah.
So, I actually, kind of prepared because it's what I do.
Right.
Because I want to sound somewhat know what I'm talking about. And it was funny because I was with the guy, the sports director at the station, and he's telling me about some of these names you need to know. And I'm like, I have my paper here, and I'm looking at it, and he's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just a roster I got. I just asked the
Right.
coaches for some rosters," and he just freaked out because he's like, we have been doing this for years, this contest. Nobody's ever done that. And so went and did it, and the guy, the full-time announcer, actually got up and left. He had to go to the bathroom, and he just let me just do the game on my own because I was just doing
Did you
such
need to
a
go to
good
the
job.
bathroom after that? Too?
Nope. Well, he
Would've been
handed me
like-
the book, to keep stats, and I
Yeah.
didn't know how to do any of that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, they scored, and so I just told him when he got back, I'm
Right.
like, they scored, and I just marked a line in the book because I didn't know how to do book at the time and everything. And so he ended up leaving, and I'm just calling this game by myself. And so then after the game, people were just constantly, just telling me how good of a job I did, and
that's
all this
awesome.
and
That is
So
amazing.
cool.
and
That's
everything.
so
So then
cool.
I started thinking a little bit, and I said, well, maybe the radio, maybe this is what I need to do. And I knew it, radio doesn't pay, anything crazy. So I'm like, well, it's either I'm going to do it because I love it and I want to do it for the kids, or I go do something that I hate and get paid a bunch of money and not want to go to work every day. So I chose the radio career. And ever since then,
Rest is history.
Yep, rest is history. Went to college for 2 years, landed the job at McCook. Been doing it ever since. So,
That's awesome.
yep.
They have to keep book.
Oh yeah, we have to
they
keep
do have the
stats
stats
and everything. Yep, all in
Yeah.
front. I will.
What?
Yeah, I go crazy with it. Like I will actually be doing a football game, and I'll have my stats and everything, and then I'll be recording my game on site. And as I'm calling the game, I will be messing around on the computer, clipping out highlights to play back
Oh.
after they score a touchdown and everything.
No.
It's crazy.
So,
I know.
yeah.
Sometimes, like, if I ever hear Seth on the radio, I'll be like, "You're doing so good." I feel bad though, because then he'll text me back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could know.
No, I'll.
That's,
Yeah, I'll.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Mom and Dad will be texting me stuff, and I'll be replying back as I'm doing a game. I've done that before. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I guess I didn't grow up in it. Like my family, they owned a radio station, and so like I got to see like the back end side of it growing up. Like when I get shipped off to my grandparents' house for the summers. Parents do that anymore, but and
we
just
should.
seeing like how it's such a cool like family. I
Yeah.
think like radio is a
Yeah.
big family thing, and like you say somebody's name and you like know every broadcaster because you like see each other at sports.
Right.
Right.
Yep. The coolest thing is like I said, like doing the games and stuff. I like doing it for the kids because I mean they deserve it. They've worked hard, so I try to make it as special to them as I can, by
It's cool.
playing
It's
highlights
awesome.
and everything
Cool.
back.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it for MCC, trying to, we do some
it's
of your games,
okay.
trying to figure
It's
out the
okay.
highlight thing,
Yeah.
but that's a whole different equipment setup with it being tied into the
And
stream.
I don't know.
everything,
I don't know how you are, Lena, but like I would rather like Nebraska volleyball. I don't like to watch it. I like to listen to it.
I have really started to enjoy listening to sports.
And I think that probably got into like me liking podcasts and like
Right.
audibles.
Right.
And I'm like, I'd rather listen to it because I get to envision it in my
Yep.
eyes and I
Yep.
don't get to see it.
Yeah.
Like on the way home, like when you guys do MCC basketball, because like those games start at 8:00 at night.
Uh-huh.
That's bedtime.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get to listen to it on the way home, and it's just, yeah.
Well, when you think about where we live in Southwest Nebraska, so many towns, the traveling, on
yeah.
the weekends and stuff. So if you have young kids and you're wanting to stay at home, it really is nice to have the opportunity to listen to it. And you do feel like you're there, or at least I have in my experiences of doing it. So it's a gift to be able to have that option. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the cool things in being in radio is when you have people come up to you and they start a conversation with you and you have no idea who they are.
Oh,
But
but they know
you're
who
But they know
everybody's best
exactly who
friend,
you
for
are.
sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
so
that's
you got to
pretty
be like kind of careful when you're out in public
Oh,
because
yeah.
you got to be like
Yeah.
It's like being a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everybody's watching you.
Yeah.
What you do. So
people know who
But yeah,
Seth-
it's really cool. I mean, I'll have kids that have already graduated years ago. They'll see me in the street and they'll, hey Seth, how's it going? And
Yeah.
just start talking to them.
That's
And,
awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
and then sometimes it's like, I should know who you are, but I don't know who you are because you're not wearing a jersey.
yeah.
If you had a jersey on, I could
Yeah.
tell you exactly who you were.
What number
but-
were you?
Yeah, exactly. It's weird, but it's just so cool. I mean,
So you weren't in McCook for a little bit, right? Did you get like
yeah,
transported
so
off somewhere else?
yeah, so about a year, like during like the COVID year and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, I actually went to our home office in Grand Island, which put me a lot closer to home. But the catch was, I still was going to do all the games around, the McCook area. So I actually drove from Grand Island out to Binkelman, out to Curtis, to Bartley.
What a beautiful drive.
Oh man, it was long. The worst ones are going back home because it's so late and you're tired. I mean, you've been up since 7:30, 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
doing these games, and then here you go back. But yeah, I'm glad that's done.
How do you pick the games that or how do you make your schedule?
So what I try to do is I try to get, okay, everybody's going to get 2 games. And if I can fit you in more, then it comes down to, okay.
Like everyone is in like every school.
Yep. Every school.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So for football example, everybody's going to get 2 just automatically. And I just go week by week. Okay. What looks like it's going to be a good matchup. And then once I got that figured out, okay, do I have any more room that I can fit? Because a lot of these schools are now playing on Thursdays. They're playing on Fridays now. So then I go and say, okay, where am I getting the most? You know, it all comes down to money again. Where am I going to get the sponsors, for it? And okay, this school's, we get this many sponsors. This school, we get this many sponsors. Okay, we get more sponsors from this school than we do this school. So they're going to get another game. Then after that, okay, if I still got some room to squeeze somebody else in, okay, who do I think is going to be really, really good? Who's got the chance to make it the farthest in the season? Okay, they're going to get another game. So, I mean, there's a lot of variables, but, it all comes down to money.
So for each game, you have to go find sponsors for that game.
Yep. I don't. Thankfully,
somebody else
is
right.
doing that.
Lena,
but yeah, yep.
We're doing this wrong.
Yep, because
Oh, yes,
So
we
for
are.
each listener,
Yes.
you have to bring in your sponsor.
yep,
So
'cause-
while you're here.
Yeah, while you're
would-
here, just send us that list.
Yep.
No,
yeah.
just kidding.
So yeah, because I mean, I want to get paid. I got to
Right.
eat.
Yeah.
And we got to pay for our internet and equipment and all that stuff and fuel to get there.
Oh, so you're saying for me to have you shout us out, I need to give you like $10.
Yep, $10 sounds good. You can get a couple
See what
mentions.
I'm saying?
Yes.
So like then like during the McCook, I don't know, the
Whatever,
big rap,
yeah.
yeah.
The
You can be like,
MCC game, that'd be a
yeah,
fantastic,
and you can just be like, oh,
fantastic
and by the way,
opportunity.
let's thank our sponsor,
So
Country
not
Caffeine and
only
Comedy.
are we doing
Exactly.
this for free, now we are paying.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
For
Oh,
more.
Now you're figuring it out.
Yes,
Oh,
Here we go. I like the
yes,
sound of
yes.
this. Anytime you want me on the show, let me know.
Oh my god.
Yes. And do you travel by yourself? When
Yeah,
you go?
yep. Company vehicle, so you take that. But like for football, I'll have another guy that'll do a game with me. But basketball, I'm usually on my own. Basketball, I'd rather just go solo because it's fast. It's just easier.
So
Do you get to pick the other guy?
Yeah.
Or is this a no-named
Yeah,
ra-
no,
random?
I pick the
Okay.
guy who I want, who I
Okay.
think will be good. I've been working with a guy named Jerry Wrights. You might know him. He's around in McCook, retired plumber, and so he's like, yeah, let's go do some football. And so
that's
we just
awesome.
I wonder
Go
if a
ahead and go.
feature guest has to know anything about football.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
I
Please
mean,
invite us.
Yeah, we could add some commentary. Not
Yeah.
saying it would have anything to do with the game, per
Yeah,
se,
but we could be like,
or any knowledge of it.
whoa,
but
look at that hot coach. Must be a
Yeah.
history
Yes.
teacher.
Yeah, there you go.
yes, that's needed.
Oh,
Could
did you
change
see-
the sponsors.
You see that
We
official? He just tripped over the
Yeah.
green grass.
That's literally
Yep,
the
that
things
could be
I
us.
noticed.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
like, oh man, look at that little water boy.
Yep.
Must be number 17's little brother. He just pushed him down. That's crazy. What has been the most rewarding game or like the coolest game you've ever?
Oh boy, there's a couple of them.
Okay, well, let's hear 'em.
So football, I mean, it's got to be when
Right.
Dundee County Stratton won the state championship because that was during COVID year. They were supposed to go to Memorial Stadium, and when that was all shut down, so the state championship game was played at the higher seed, his hometown, which would have been Burwell at the time. So Dundee County Stratton had to jump on a bus and go to Burwell and play the state championship game at their place. And they win in double overtime at their place, which I think after it was all
Oh,
said and done,
heck yeah.
that was way better than Memorial Stadium.
Oh, that's
just
so
because
cool.
that
Yes.
place,
So cool.
Yeah.
like in Memorial Stadium, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people there, but it still looks
Empty.
empty.
Right.
Yeah.
There was so many people there; it was just insane.
Is
That's
that Coach
awesome.
Spargo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
that's amazing.
So that was really, really cool. And then state championship basketball at Pinnacle Bank Arena courtside.
Oh,
It doesn't
yeah.
get any better than that.
For sure.
I mean, even though, they lost, it was still, I mean, you're there, you're as far as you can get, it's the icing on the cake. But yeah, that football game, that one's going to be pretty tough to top. I mean, I've done some state championship girls basketball games. I went into double overtime. And last year, boys basketball, DCS boys made it the farthest that they ever did in school history in the semifinals on the Bob Devaney Sports Center. You're courtside. I mean, when you're that close and you can hear the basketball bouncing and the shoes squeaking in your headset,
That's
it's really cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, those games are right up there.
Would you say Ooh, listen to me stutter over here. Would you say basketball and football are your main sports?
Yeah, they're my favorite ones to call. Yeah, or football and
Bad answer,
basketball.
but okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Volleyball.
Sitting right here.
Volleyball
I think
is.
you do good at volleyball.
Well, thanks, because I don't. Because it is so fast.
It
I mean,
is.
it is so hard. You know, because
Yeah.
as soon as you say the name, the ball's already back on. The
for
other
sure.
side. So it's so hard. But I've kind of tried to teach myself how to do it because the first time I've done it was, doing it for the area schools, and then they're like, "Well, you're gonna start doing college now," and I'm like, "What?" Because that's even faster. So. Yeah, no, it's fun. Basketball and football are right up there. Softball, I like softball because it's quick. Baseball is probably my least favorite because it takes forever, and some of them you just don't know when you're gonna leave because they just takes forever.
And there's probably a lot of dead time. Like,
oh yeah,
so
there is.
like,
Yeah.
what do
A
you
lot.
talk about?
Yeah.
Or just breathe into the mic.
That's when
You
you need
just gotta
us.
find.
That's
when
exactly
you
that's
need
when
Yeah,
you need
that's when I
us.
need you
Yes.
guys.
When you have a
Yes.
slow game,
Yes.
invite us.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
'Cause we
I'll
can-
let you know.
We
Yep.
could come.
I will
We could
let
add-
you
Could
know.
you see us at a baseball game?
I could
Ooh,
actually.
horrible choice of walk-up song.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to nail
Yep.
this one out of the park with that.
Yep. Who's washing those white pants? That seems
Yo.
like a
Yeah.
headache.
There's
Yeah.
clearly not a mom in
Yeah.
this.
No.
The MCC softball, that was really fun this year.
That was cool.
That
when they
would've been-
made it.
Yes.
As far as they did, was able to host, and
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Super
So
cool. Do you have like a what would you call yourself again? A
like sports director.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you have like
charging
anybody that you look up to that's like, this guy is
them. Yeah, I have some favorite ones.
right?
I like Sean McDonough is really good.
Could you tell me where these people are from?
They're all ESPN guys.
Okay.
All of them are on ESPN. I'm sure you've heard of them.
For sure.
Just never really.
Right.
They're just
Paid
radio
them.
guys, or are
No,
they
they're on
TV?
TV. They're on
Okay,
TV.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just like their voice and how they do things. Brent Musburger's another one that's on ESPN. Todd Blackledge, who's a color guy, is on ESPN. Brad Nessler is another one that's really good. As far as radio guys go,
So many.
there's a bunch of them.
Right.
But I to this day still like Tom McMahon, who was in West Point, who got me really going. But yeah, it's just there's a bunch of them.
That's cool. That's cool.
Did you play sports in high school? Were you involved in sports?
Funny question. So
Okay.
that's a good question. So football, I did not.
Okay.
Love the game. Never did go out for football. Actually, I take that back. I went out for football, did all the conditioning during the summer, did all the hard stuff. Once we put the pads on, started hitting, I was one of the smallest guys out there. Seriously, the smallest kid in my class. Everybody was 6 foot, 200 and some pounds.
Oh
I was one of the smaller guys. And I just went up to coach. I said, dude, love the game. I don't want to be in the hospital bed all year, so I'm out. I'm like, I can't do it. And he's like, I get it. I totally understand. So football was a no-go. And then basketball, I did that for 2 years. And then I played golf all 4 years. So,
Oh, nice.
That's what I
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Do you still golf?
oh yeah. I've
Yeah.
gone out more this summer than I have in a long time. So still golf.
Well, we can also golf with you too. We're
That's
taking
good.
that sport up.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, I need
Yep.
somebody to drive the cart,
Whoa.
Somebody's
Whoa,
gotta
whoa,
do
whoa.
that.
Wait. Do you, just drive the cart? Or
I
do
mean,
you
if you
also
want to
get-
play, go
Okay,
for it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna work on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Well, we could be just the driver.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. If it gets to that point.
Yeah, if it gets to that point.
If we've
Exactly.
lost all the balls.
Yes.
Yep.
Have it found somebody
will-
else's to
Will-
steal.
Will happen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh.
So there's
Look at
that. Yeah.
What is your ultimate dream job? If you could have any job. Ooh.
Probably. I always thought it'd be really cool to do college football and do what the guys do on ABC. Chris Fowler and Kurt Herbstreit, one game a week. They're going all over the U.S. All over the country doing these college football games, different stadiums, different atmosphere, different traditions. I always thought that'd be really cool to do that on ESPN. Would be really sweet.
That would be.
That's been the dream job. But
Wait, so traveling to like all these little towns doesn't feel like that?
Well, yeah, but it's it's the
You're
same
saying,
ones.
You're saying when you go to Maywood, you're just not like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, this
Yeah, no,
traditions here are rich.
Yeah, it's just the two same. You know what I'm saying? It's just the hype just isn't there. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you.
How much studying is involved? You talked about like the first time you were on, you were like going over the roster.
Oh, yeah.
How much of that do you have to do that's behind the scenes, even before game time?
So I will get like all my rosters. I'll try to get them from the coaches if they respond to me on like
don't look
Monday.
at me like
no,
that.
I'm not looking at you.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
not mentioning any
Okay.
names, but anyways. So no, usually they're all really good. I'll get the roster from the coach on a Monday, and then I'll have it and I'll start putting together all the background stuff. What's their record, any other stats, all this stuff. How many championships have they won? All the history, and I'll get this all on a piece of paper, and then I won't look at it once it's done. And I feel like I got everything I need. I won't touch it. Won't look at it till the game starts. And there'll be names where I don't know how to say that kid's name, and I won't ask until the day of the game, because if I ask on a Monday, I'm gonna forget what he said by Friday or Thursday or whenever the game is. And so once I get there and I say, how do you say this kid's name? He tells me it, and I'll start writing it out really, really weird on the piece of paper. And they're like, well, that's not how you spell it. And I said, that's how I know how to spell it, and that's how I know how I'm going to remember how to say it.
Right.
So like for Bomb-ert, I'll just write out the word bomb and then ERT. So it's Bomb-ert. And then there you go. That's it.
I would have needed that today, so I'm glad you introduced him, actually.
Oh, Baumert?
Yeah. Yep.
Seth.
Yep.
And I actually don't have his last name in my phone, so I'm always like, gosh, I hope this is the right Seth. Because it's just Seth.
That's funny.
I have Seth with a radio.
Oh, yeah, there you
Little
go.
radio emoji.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's awesome.
What do you think, when you go into these communities and you go to these games, what does it mean for those towns, like in our area, to have home games? What does that do for the community?
I think it's really big. I mean, especially now when you got schools, consolidating and merging together. Some of these schools, it's football Friday.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
It's game
The
day.
diner's going to get.
Yeah.
Yep. They're gonna be open
out of the
late.
red.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a big deal. Especially, I mean, if the teams are rocking and rolling, having a great season. It's just everybody's engaged and involved, and I mean,
Do you feel that energy?
Oh
when you go?
yeah. Oh yeah. Especially, I mean, last year when Hitchcock County, their football team made it to the semifinals, was one win away from going to the big show. I mean, I've never seen that place so packed.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
I mean, even McCook basketball, a high school basketball team, was one win away from going to Lincoln, where they haven't been in years. And I've never seen McCook's high school gym so packed before. I mean, you couldn't find a spot to sit.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was just awesome. Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah, for sure.
I'm assuming you've made mistakes on radio. Any that you remember that's like, oh my gosh, that one time.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
His face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ones. Yeah, there's some where it's like, ooh, probably shouldn't have said that, and nobody caught it. But
Well, let's hear
What's
it.
a for-
Let's hear
yeah,
them.
let's for
Let's hear
example.
those. Yeah, what's a
there-
for example?
Yeah.
So
'Cause everyone probably
one
forgot
that
about
bothers
it.
me, you're not gonna think it's real bad, but a kid went to score touchdown, and I said the whole thing like I said the wrong. I mean, it wasn't even the right kid at all, and I gave him total credit for scoring, and it was the quarterback, and I said it was the running back, and he scored, and I go back to it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally messed it up.
Oh, I
because
feel
I
like
said
that's a small mistake.
Oh,
yeah,
me
that's a
too.
small mistake. That
Definitely
was
a small
nothing.
mistake.
Yeah, nobody caught it,
Yeah.
but I caught it. It's like stuff like that'll like just
Right.
haunt me. But
I mean, there's
yeah,
sometimes
the
on this
average person doesn't
podcast, I'm
even-
like, oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
that's me.
yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
I've never. I don't know if I've ever really cussed on air,
Good for
but
you
it's
and your
come
filter.
close.
Yeah.
Is that a
Because-
big no-no? Can you get
Oh,
like,
it's
fined
a,
and trouble?
oh yeah,
Okay.
It's big. It's a
Yeah.
big no-no.
Okay.
It's a big no-no.
Gosh,
But like,
I guess that would be really hard, like, if you were commentating a game.
Well, and the energy.
Oh,
yeah.
for
The
sure.
Yeah,
excite-
sometimes
like
you
when
get
you're
so into it
Uh-huh.
and so
Yeah.
involved, you forget what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like, if it's like one of our area schools playing a school that's not even in our area, and
Yeah.
our school is messing up, in
Oh,
the back of your
boy.
mind, you're like, "What are you doing?" You
Right.
know, and
Yeah.
but you can't say it. Like I remember in the state championship game, I'm like, "Throw the football. He's wide open. Just throw it." And then he throws it, and I'm like, "Too late. We lost. It's over." And he ended up catching it and won, and I just
my
go
gosh.
absolutely nuts because I'm like, "Well, that was fun. Time to go home and drive 2 hours because now we're all mad because the season's over." And he ends up catching it and wins. And in the back of my mind, I'm like just saying so many words that And
the voice of the Husker volleyball, he is hilarious. If you've never listened, you have to listen because
John Baylor.
he says
He's
the
awesome.
funniest things. Like when they're not doing well, he'll
Yep.
be like, well, you know, the things that he says, I can't even think of one off my bat, but he'll be like, well, you know, the band might have a better luck right now, the way that we're playing. And
The one he said was they're riding a moped down Interstate I-80 tonight or something like
Yes,
that.
I mean, like,
it
the
was
things-
just like totally random. And like the craziest thing I've come up with that was like Boom Shakalaka when they made a big three.
yeah, uh-huh.
Or I've said he hit that one like when Binkelman was playing
Mm-hmm.
and he hit like this 3-pointer that was like almost half court. And I said, he shot that thing from Binkelman. And, you know, they're playing in Lincoln. And
Yeah.
it's just like... And then I go back and I'm like, how did I think of that?
Right.
You know, because you're just going so fast.
Right.
And it's just...
And I
yeah.
think when you're doing that and you have to make sure like you're censored and everything, I think that's like probably
Yep.
like why
Yep.
JB and you're like, you have to think of another way to put it that's friendly.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think
yeah.
that's
My
great.
mouth is a little potty at the radio station when I'm not talking, and they always yell at me. They're like studio because we're not supposed to swear like in
right.
the station. But so there's
that's-
there's a lot of those.
I'm
but
with you.
I've came close on a Facebook Live once. I was giving away tickets, and we had like a bunch of them, like laying. It was all these Powerball ticket things we're giving away. We had just tons of them, and I almost went and said, "We got a lot of tickets here," and it. I mean, you could hear the F come out, and then I like changed it or something somehow, and
all these fun tickets.
yeah, and
Fluffing
somebody's like, did he just almost say that? And I'm like, nope, I didn't. No, I don't think so. And then I go back and watch it. I'm like, oh, geez, that was close.
So do you get fined? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Like you
I mean,
personally,
if we
or
had
the-
turned in from the FCC,
Won't let
yeah,
me be.
they,
Oh, that's-
there could be some interesting stuff happen.
like
Yeah.
you personally, or the radio station?
The radio station,
And
and
they
then
just take that
then
out
I
of your
would
paycheck?
then
Yeah.
then I
Okay.
would probably get
Yeah.
yelled at. Yeah,
Okay,
Little
got it.
chat.
Yeah,
Yep.
oops.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rules, but
Okay, Seth, have you listened to any of our episodes?
just like bits and pieces. Like the first one, I listened a good chunk of it, a good 40
that
minutes.
was a long time ago.
That was a
before
long
like I
time
knew
ago.
what I was even doing.
That was a long time ago. And then I was like thinking, holy smokes, this is long. You know, this is a good hour. And so then I stopped.
Oh, here we go.
And then I seen Conroy's, and because I was up next, so I was like, all right, I better jump back into this, kind of see where we're at here. And then I listened to some of Conroy's, and I was
wait.
oh boy,
Some?
just some. That was this morning.
Well, I mean, it is Conroy. So
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Listen to
Oh,
it
Conroy's a good dude. He's a good man.
Oh,
He's a good
boy.
man. He
Yeah.
helped me out. He did everything I needed him to do. So when I was doing Legion baseball, he's a good man. His picture, by the way, was hilarious.
Hilarious.
That's
Really?
pretty funny.
Oh,
I thought
it was
that was
picture.
funny.
I thought you said
His
his picture. I was like, oh, he had a
Yeah.
picture for his
That
No, his
hair.
picture.
Like when my girls
my
saw it,
God.
they're like, "What happened?"
For
to
a
him?
split second, I'm like, did he just get busted? Like
Yeah.
this is
Yes.
like news story here.
Yes.
Like,
I need to
like
get
I
this
was
on the
getting
radio.
ready to, getting
just-
ready to
yes.
talk about this.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
whoa, former
Conroy.
McCook Legion baseball coach is
Yeah.
now in jail.
Christopher
And-
Conroy.
So then I had to like slow down here.
man.
Let's look this over. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here.
God, that
Well,
could
yeah.
have been awesome.
That would have been when Rachel sent us that photo, Chris's
thought the
wife.
same thing.
I literally was like, oh my God, was this his DUI photo
Yeah,
from
yeah. What
college?
happened? Yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It-
great.
Is this when he got caught in the jukes?
Oh,
Yeah, that picture was hilarious. Okay. Well, in saying so, you haven't listened to a lot of our. You probably didn't even listen to this part of the episode, but we have this fun little game.
Oh, I like
Super fun.
games.
Did you
Okay.
listen
So
to this
fun.
part?
Nope.
Great. Good to know. Okay, so it's called Lena Says. And so you're going to give Lena a scenario, a real life scenario, and then she's going to give you her expert advice.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be anything. Oh my goodness! Wait. Time out.
Charging for
I
the
actually,
advice. That's how
I
we're gonna
have
make our
one of
money.
our fellow listeners sent me one to read to you.
Oh,
So
you may be saved.
yeah. So you're
off
still
here.
gonna do.
So this
one.
person knew that I was going to be on the show.
No.
Oh, okay.
So like you can do any scenario. I'm gonna give an example though, but this
Okay.
is actually from one of our viewers sent me this.
Someone who listens. Thank
Somebody
you.
that listens.
diehard listener.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna do this one. This will give you time to think.
Okay.
For one for you.
Okay.
Okay. You're a new coach in a new town. An established coach at the same school has a child who'd like to be on your program. Oh, yeah. That coach's program has been one of the best on campus. No video exists of the athlete and you've never seen them play. How much pressure are you under to give the kid a shot and be a part of your program? Lena says...
You have to break that question down a little bit.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Okay.
Oh. I am listening.
Okay, take 2.
Yes.
You're a new coach in a new town.
Yes.
An established coach at the same school has a child who'd like to be on your program.
I'm following.
And that coach's program is the best on campus. There's no video of this athlete. And you've never seen them play. How much pressure are you under to give this kid a shot? Lena says,
I'm going to do Cobza's open tryouts.
there we
That's
go.
exactly what I was thinking.
There
Really?
we go.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is...
Yeah.
You would think if this other coach is an established and a good coach, obviously they're running a good program, they understand
Yeah.
that some people just don't make the cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would do open tryouts.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Okay.
Bring them in.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Okay, Seth. Bring the heat.
Boy, I don't know.
See, if you would
I
have
don't
listened
have a
to
clue.
Yes. No
Christopher's
kidding. Yep.
Well, he's
Oh, no,
he
his was
just
terrible. No.
or
not his
Christian or Cherokee.
Cherokee Conroy.
Did you see that comment?
Oh.
Seth, did you see
No,
that
I
comment?
didn't see the comment. I didn't read any comments.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this out there. I kept calling Chris Christopher. I know his name is Christian. He just doesn't seem like a Christian to me. So everybody kept hitting me up. They're like, you do know his name is Christopher. And I'm like, no, I don't actually. Or is it Christian? I don't know. And so somebody asked on the Facebook, and his mom was like, actually, his dad wanted his name to be Cherokee.
Love it. And now, forever.
Forever Cherokee.
Yep, Cherokee.
Forever.
Well, I hope he goes by Chris because that's why I called him all season long.
Yes, it is Chris.
Okay.
It is Chris.
That's good.
Okay.
Didn't want to have to
Lena
apologize.
scenario. And go.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not good at on the spot like this.
Yes, you are.
Well,
you do games.
yeah, that's
Right.
different.
Yeah.
That's
It's
different.
not.
Yes, it's way
It is
different.
not.
It is way different.
It is not. Okay, give Lena a scenario. Give her a play-by-play of a game, and then tell her, and she'll see how she would broadcast it.
No, she will not.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, she will.
okay.
That's fun. Do that.
Okay,
Do that.
we can do that.
that.
We can do
Because
that.
she doesn't want to.
That's a good
Get
one.
up there. Lick that mic. That
Okay,
was dirty.
score's
Don't say
tied.
that.
Score's tied. We're headed to double overtime.
Wait, what game? Oh, what are we
Okay.
playing?
I'm so excited for this.
Whatever you want. Well,
Okay.
let's do football.
Oh,
yeah, let's do football.
Let's do golf.
Okay, well,
God.
yeah,
Just
I don't know
kidding.
if I can do
Just
golf.
Football.
Yeah, let's do football.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad.
Okay. It's fourth down.
Okay.
Score
Wait,
it.
fourth down. You
Fourth
get-
down.
they
That's
get
last
four?
down.
Okay.
4 downs. Fourth
3
down.
strikes.
This
Okay.
is it.
Yeah, that's where my mind is. Okay.
We're tied up. We're in double overtime. Coach calls a timeout.
Okay.
What's he telling the players?
The only lingo. Oh, what do I tell them?
Yeah, what are you telling the players?
Yeah.
This is it, guys. This is what we've worked for all season.
Are you smiling
go.
as you say this?
Well, yeah. No, I mean I am in here because it's like this is tense.
I mean, this is the state championship.
Yes.
This is it.
Oh my
this is our
gosh.
last
This is it.
play.
Gosh.
This is what
Get
we've
in there.
worked
Walk in-
for.
walk in
Let's
there.
go. We've prepared for this all year. I've coached you to get to this point. Now it's up to you.
Okay,
Let's go.
I like it. Okay, so now team
Uh-oh.
takes the field.
Uh-oh.
my gosh.
They're back on the field. Now it's fourth down. Start announcing it. Game's tied.
Oh my God.
My gosh.
Go, Lena. Go, Lena. Go.
The guy in the center has the ball and does whatever to the quarterback. Quarterback's got the ball. The line is holding strong, right? Don't they do that? The line's holding strong. The outside guy runs to the other side, whoever he
Boy, this play's taking a long time to develop.
Very long play.
Well, because the line is holding strong. And he's open. The quarterback throws, and it's a touchdown! We won the state championships! We won! There, I can't do it anymore.
That's
'cause the
not
mic-
bad.
I don't know
for your first time.
I don't know any positions. Why would
That's
you
kinda
do
funny.
that? It was
Okay,
so-
I mean,
That was great. That was
So-
awesome.
So, just, as you critique Lena, when you do get excited, do you have to, make sure you don't go so loud?
yeah, do you have to pull back from the mic? No, because this is energy.
no.
You might have to
You
edit.
just-
You turn
yeah,
the volume down
no,
in your
you
car
just-
at minute whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I could see how you would lose your mind.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like
for
that
sure.
was a made-up scenario.
Yeah. Oh, I would probably
Obviously.
jump up and my boob wouldn't hit the mic. Jumping,
Yeah, it would be, and I don't know how you keep it clean. Like when that level of excitement gets like, whoa.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like a
can't do
whole different mode.
I feel like you need health checks before you can do it. You got to make sure like the cardio's, like the heart's pumping okay, because otherwise.
I'm still like internally laughing right now.
Yeah, I know.
There'll be nights where I won't sleep.
I don't know how you would.
I'm just
So
like,
pumped.
I'm
Yes.
like, especially when the playoffs come and
Or like
districts and all that.
like doing it in your brain.
Yep.
That's Lena and I were just talking about that. Like
Yeah.
with this show, like I can't turn my brain off because I'm thinking of
Yes.
things.
Yeah. I'm like all the time. I'm like, if they can just win one more.
Yeah.
Just one more game.
Right.
And how are they going to do it? And I'm like, I just got to go out and just call and see what I see. You know.
And
But,
sometimes if I get too, like listening to it on the radio and I get too into the game, I will turn it off before the end because I know I'm not going to be able to sleep if it
for
doesn't
sure.
go the way I'm
Oh,
wanting it
man.
to. So I can only imagine when
Yeah,
you
it's-
are announcing it.
It's nuts.
I'll
Yeah, I
do
would lose
that
sleep.
listening to JB and I'll like be asleep with my phone on my belly and I'll
Yeah.
leave it on. I'm like, Clay, could you wake me up and tell me what the end's like?
Oh, yeah, I'd
Because
be
I'm
like,
so
yeah,
tired.
yeah.
But okay, so we're getting to the end. And so we just like to ask like, just a few content questions because we like to, what you like, we might start liking
Yep.
or something.
Spread the wealth.
Yep. So what are you currently watching?
Oh. Oh, you're gonna die.
Boy.
Oh man, I've been kind of watching The Bachelorette.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
it's just kind of,
Okay.
it's just
I feel like he's so embarrassed
Like-
right now to be telling.
But I like that you're being
like
honest.
the drama is it's just funny. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
die.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just hilarious. Like
Yes.
like okay, she's crying because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
And
So
I just find it hysterical.
if you
This is
like
funny.
that, you would like Selling Sunset
Oh
on Netflix
yeah,
because the
haven't watched
drama is the same.
that. It just
It is.
drives me so.
Oh my gosh.
Just drives me up the wall. I'm
That's
like, really, dude,
Yeah.
you're complaining about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
It's just so funny.
I haven't watched it since I was in college. But
I haven't watched it for a long time.
So that's
Yeah.
on right now, but otherwise it's 911 or
Okay.
911 Lone Star. I
Okay.
like that stuff.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, it's
Yeah.
just
Like, yeah.
firefighting. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh.
Station 19. You
Uh-huh.
know. Yeah. I like
Okay.
that.
Are you a
intense stuff.
firefighter part time?
No,
Or
no,
just
no,
have
no.
this-
I
okay,
just
like,
love it. I just think
do.
it's so fun. I'm
I do,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
he's going into the building. What's going to happen?
Mhm.
You know,
I
are
have
they
like
gonna make it
mad
out?
respect for firemen.
Yeah.
Like, mad respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's.
I don't know any
that's
of
what
those
I gotta
shows.
watch.
Are they on Cape? Like, what's that on? What are those shows on?
Well, Bachelorette's is on ABC, and 911's on Fox and stuff.
What are
okay.
these things? Fox, ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is
just
that-
all on
is that on
YouTube.
Hulu?
YouTube TV is what I have, or
Oh,
Hulu.
okay.
Yeah, it's all on
Okay.
Hulu.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I wondered.
What are you listening to?
Anything on 105.3.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh, true.
yeah.
True. I mean, you
self-plug.
have to.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
No, it's usually country. I mean, that's all
Okay.
I will listen to. I can't
Who do
stand.
you, who do you like the most?
Right now, I mean, it's always been Shania Twain,
Gosh, I
but
love
she doesn't have the new stuff out anymore. So otherwise, it's Morgan Wallen. But Shania Twain has always been my
When I was
my
younger,
go-to.
Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under? I would sing that song
oh.
all the time. And then when I was like in college, I was like,
Thinking about it. Yeah.
that's not a good song.
I know.
For me to be singing.
My girls start singing some like country song, like because and the little one finally goes, "Is there ever a song about someone not getting broke up or getting drunk?" And I was like, almost every song they're drinking
Yeah.
something
Yep.
and
You know,
someone's broken
whose
their
bed have your
heart.
boots been under?
Yeah.
See, when
Life
I was
lessons.
younger, is man, I feel like a woman, and I mean,
Oh,
I would do the
yes.
whole,
Oh.
flip the
Oh,
hair type
gosh.
deal,
Heck
you
yeah.
know, just
That
you know.
that was a
Yeah.
good song. Too.
Yeah.
Shania Twain's hot.
Oh yeah,
She's
that's why I yeah.
Uh-huh.
So if I win the Mega Millions, you know,
Yeah.
prize
Could
is
be a
way up
chance.
there. It
Could be a chance.
maybe. I
Yeah.
got my ticket, so
Oh my
we'll find out
gosh.
on Friday. If I win, Shania Twain backyard party.
Yes, I
happened.
like
Yes.
it. That
So-
would- invite
Yeah,
us.
we-
Okay, I will.
Invite
I will.
us.
I will.
Okay. I
Definitely.
really like Ian Munsick right now. I know it's not about me, but like I love Ian Munsick.
I don't even know what that is.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I heard the name, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I ain't paying attention.
Sorry.
Lena, do you have any questions for Mr. Seth?
Yeah, this
Do you
is your
get?
chance.
Do you watch sports, or do
Oh.
you get tired of
Nope,
like?
it's on all the time. It's all the time.
Really?
Yep. And so like I am dying for football, college football, to hurry up and get here because I actually will like put a game on and just start like, he said that. So how can I say that? And how can I use that into mine? Or how can I think of different ways? So I kind of use that as like a
Making your
learning
own.
tool a little bit.
Sure.
But I'm still involved. Diehard Husker fan, Husker football. Even though we're horrible,
Bless.
go Big Red. Still all
With
in.
much enthusiasm.
Yeah. So
big
yeah,
red
no, it's
GBR.
like watch the Husker game. Husker game's over. Boom, flipping another game, and it's all night until
Really?
it's
Yeah.
over and there's
Okay.
no more games on. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's like that all the time. And I'll just watch. It was funny because if I couldn't have think of The Bachelorette and you would have said, "What are you watching right now?" It's at ESPN Sports
I
Center.
thought that's what he's expecting you to. Yeah. So I
yeah,
wondered,
yeah, that's on a lot. But yeah, since you wanted like you were thinking of a TV show.
Right. Okay, if you could say anything to anyone that would be listening to this, what would you say? And who would it be to?
Thanks for listening. I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I don't know. I like all listeners,
but
all
then,
fans.
but then you think
Aw,
about
all
it.
fans.
Everybody
Yeah.
listens to Seth. So he's
Yeah,
like,
they
do.
Listen to me
Yeah.
all the
Yes.
time. Yeah,
Sorry.
good point. Oh.
Well, yeah. No,
What
it's
about-
fun.
Okay, to end us, first quote that comes to the top of your little brain. Not that you have a little brain.
About you guys?
No.
No.
Just
Or about you?
any quote.
Life.
Any quote.
Oh man. I've always liked the Paul Harvey "God Made a Farmer." That whole thing. I mean, it's not
Oh,
really
yeah.
a
Right.
quote, but it's
Right.
Yeah.
I
that
like it.
whole poem thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Did
really
you ever
good.
listen to Paul Harvey? You remember? Like,
Paul Harvey News.
Yes.
and
Good
then he'd
day.
say, "Good day."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad had that
Always.
on all the
My
time.
dad had
yeah.
it all the time.
It's not
yes.
really a quote.
But yeah,
Right.
I
It's
like
kind
it.
of his
Yeah.
little
I
story.
like it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and since you work on the radio, you
Yep.
have to close down the podcast.
Close it
So
down.
the episode, it's called Coaching, Caffeine, and Comedy,
All right.
in case you forget.
Mm-hmm.
So here you go.
So this is my go-to. Every time I close down the show.
Okay.
I'm Seth Baumert, and have yourself a fantastic day. Try to make today a great day.